Hello and welcome to my uh the Book of Boba Fett episode 4 review. Um I just wanted to say that in this past, I know I already went over this, but it seems like it's still happening, that there's racist reviewers, and so that's going to be the main thing that I talk about today, about how they're still being racist towards the Book of Boba Fett. And yeah, so let's just dive right in. Okay, so here's this article that I'm not going to link to directly. I copy pasted it onto a post. I mean, you could look it up if you want to. It's from The Guardian. Um, so Boba Fett is dead. How Disney Plus ruined Star Wars' coolest character. And so, like, I'm not going to go through the whole thing point by point. I feel like my followers went through it, and like my followers made some good points, and I honestly don't want to give too much credit to the Guardian, because I feel like at this point reviewers are making more money on being clickbait about how I mean it's like fun to it's fun for them to be beating up a character that's a person of color now, has a complex history now, instead of just being a bounty hunter. He's really more complex now. I mean, um, okay, so I'm gonna talk about these tags. This is absolutely nonsensical. They briefly mentioned here, but Boba had an entire long story arc in the EU. It ended with him training Jaina Solo, who was Han and Leia's daughter, and a different kind of Jedi, chosen one. She's very much a predecessor to Rey. Also, something about him having a daughter he didn't know about. I don't know. I unfortunately didn't get that far into the EU. He also fought a while, was again with the entire bounty hunter guild war. He was in the Clone Wars show as a teen, and he's pretty sympathetic there. Just don't say you actually like the character and go home. Just say you don't actually like the character and go home. You only like the empty cipher of the character. And so, like, to me, I didn't get into the EU a lot. I think I read maybe a maximum of 3 books of the EU. But, yeah, like, people who are acting like this is a brand new direction are really mistaken. They've obviously never been into the EU. There's comic books now. There's probably going to be more books about Boba Fett with his canon backstory now. But I want to keep going to this one. I think this is by, let me see. Hold on. Probably Dason. Okay. No, wait. Something else. I'm sorry. You'll have to double check the link. Boba risked everything to stand by his people, his name, his life, fighting for the Republic during the Bong invasion, all without recognition, or thanks from the Republic. Boba trained Jaina Solo, yes, out of selfish reasons after Dason killed Boba's daughter, but also because he knows Sith, and he knows Sith won't stop, and Jaina needed someone to train her before she got herself killed. Boba struggles with being Mandalore, with being a part of a people that he was raised as, but not with. Struggles with culture, disconnect, and his trauma from his childhood, and the feeling of never being good enough, only being used for his father's space. And he steps up time and time again to do what needs to be done. Comes home, relearns Mando, leads, farms, rebuilds the economy, and protects the planet. Boba has always been a man who can do what's right. It's just that what's right for Mandalore isn't what's right for the Jedi, but sometimes their morality aligns and he steps the fuck up. Sorry for the profanity, I'm just reading. I should have bleeped it. Anyways, I highly recommend Carrick Travis's books for good Boba Fett content, with the note that there are a lot of problems with KT's books. That's a whole nother rant. I've heard also too that she's kind of like, her books have some tropes that are not, like, some stereotypes that she says that she took inspiration from Maori culture, but some of the tropes that she has are just very not at all. Like, she didn't do her research very well. But I definitely wish that that I had read the book, simply because I love Boba Fett now, and I would love to see more of him interacting with Jedi, and not a scary way, because not a scary way, but I mean, like, his first interactions with Jedi um are on Camino, when Obi-Wan chases down his dad, and then later on when I think it's Mace Windu kills his dad. So, like, he definitely has no reason to trust the Jedi, and I know it doesn't, and I know that my commenters didn't point that out, but also there's these ones that were suggested: the Bounty Hunter Wars trilogy by K.W. Jeter, The Mandalorian Army, Slave Ship, Hard Merchandise, Huzong Vong, War Novella, Practical Man by Karen Travis, Legacy of the Force collaboration series by 3 authors. Highly recommend you read the whole series if you want to understand everything. Karen Travis's books are Bloodline, Sacrifice, and Revelations. But, like, yeah, I really love the characterization that they're giving him in the Book of Boba Fett, and I hope we get more backstory, like, more flashbacks. Like, I think there's totally room. There's, like, seasons worth of material about what he did to survive as a kid, an orphan child growing up. And I want to rewatch the Clone Wars to see, because I don't remember the Clone Wars. And I feel like I feel like that he there's this kind of, like, Joe every guy, every man, or, like, free guy kind of situation going on with Boba Fett. A lot of white people, or especially white men, would see some guy being a badass, and then, like, automatically conclude that he was this character that was just out to do what he wanted and be a bounty hunter and make the money and shoot him up kind of guy. But, like, I always felt sympathy for him, for Boba Fett, because of the way he was orphaned and how he didn't have a mom. He just had Django. And, like, I feel like people who aren't giving the Book of Boba Fett a chance are just really short-sighted, because they're obviously not looking into the EU to see how he's been portrayed in the EU. And, like, I just feel like there has to be more discussion. At least, I don't know how we would get, like, people to cover this, but, like, I feel like we should do, like, a hashtag or something talking about how the racist reviews and the critics reviews are, like, so judgmental. Like, I mean, they're judgmental, but they're also just plain out racist, because, like, there's other characters that are allowed to be complex and learn and get redemption arcs. One example would be Kylo Ren, where everyone was pushing for him to have a redemption arc, when really, his redemption arc was not deserved. He didn't do anything. It was just like the whole trilogy came about him with The Last Jedi, and then the Rise of Skywalker. Like, it was ridiculous. They made the character that was throwing hissy fits and tantrums, like, the main character of where it should have been Rey and Finn, who should have been the main characters, with Poe Dameron to round out the trio. Like it, I just, I'm so upset. I could do a whole video on how I would have done the trilogy differently, but I'm sure other people have mentioned it. I can refer you to other videos about that. Maybe I'll talk about it later. But like, I feel like, I don't know. Like, I feel like we should have a defend Boba Fett hashtag that where we talk about how much good the Book of Boba Fett has done for representation and reclaiming these cultures that were culturally appropriated in the first place, you know? And just, I know that it was really sad that the Tuscans died, but I feel like he's still fighting for them in the sense that he wants revenge on the Pikes, and he went after the bikers that killed the Tuscans. So he killed them, like, and I feel like he's gonna reunite. Maybe not with the same, obviously not with the same tribe because they got wiped out. But there's been some posts about people saying they hope that the little Tuscan child that he killed the monster for is still alive somewhere, and maybe they can have him reunite with Boba Fett. And I thought that was a great idea. I thought like that could be his adopted son or something, you know? And like, I love Finnick and Boba, but I feel like also too I would love some more backstory on the biker gang. Like I said, I think they get too much flack. I just feel like everybody's dumping on the show because, honestly, because Tamora Morrison is noticeably brown and Ming-Na Wen is noticeably not white. She's Asian. She's East Asian. And, like, this is the first Star Wars property that isn't using people of color as just cannon fodder. Like, they actually get complex storylines of their own. And I feel like people hate that, you know? And it's just, at least the white dude bros hate that. And I feel like if you like this show, please, like, tell other people to watch it, talk about it with your friends and family, to get them to watch it, because I think we need a lot more of Tamora Morrison in Star Wars, like, Galaxy. I think we need a lot more of his story being told. I would love 6 seasons in a movie for him. Maybe a whole trilogy of movies just on his life. I don't know. Like, I think he could do it. I think Tamora Morrison has it in him to be Boba Fett for another dozen years, you know? And then, but like, also too, like, I'm gonna have to make videos on this. There's some other issues about Star Wars going on. Look out for my next video on Star Wars. It's gonna be about Dr. Aphra and some of the casting speculations that have been coming up. And yeah, okay, I've talked for long enough. It's 14 minutes. Let me know what you think of the videos. I didn't get a lot of views on the last video, probably because I posted it so late. But I would appreciate your thoughts and comments, and on like how are you seeing fans react to the Book of Boba Fett? I know I only inhabit Tumblr and YouTube pretty much. I would love to see if you guys could drop some links for Twitter or experiences that you had with what people seem to think about it. But I would really like to make this a hashtag movement, and I can work up some graphics and stuff about for defending the Book of Boba Fett. I think it should be defend Boba Fett instead of like defend the Book of Boba Fett. That's a bit too long. But yeah, just let me know what you think about starting a hashtag campaign and like trying to do like concentrated effort for the last episode in 2 weeks, or is it 3 weeks? I can't count. I'll come up with the date and I'll post it in the description.